going back to the maybe the last record, Driving Towards Daylight, you see a lot of influences from Delta Blues in Robert Johnson, Stones in My Pathway,
Right.
Howlin' Wolf, but also a song very reminiscent maybe of Gary Moore. How do you combine those influences in forming an album?
You can basically get a glimpse of my iPod just by listening to the record. The influences are pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Gary Moore, the Peter Green, the Robert Johnson, who I share a birthday with.
Okay.
But that's every blues player. You know, they are influenced. You hear the Albert King and Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Mm.
You hear the Hendrix and Robin Trower. You know, you just do.
Is it something you readily accept, or is it also something you have to? But is it also something you're trying to
but what I'm saying is
break away from at times?
Any guitar player who would look in this camera and say that everything I play on this instrument is a completely original thought and it's mine and mine only is either so diluted in their own bullshit or they're clueless. Because at the end of the day, everybody gets stuff from other people. It's how you absorb those influences and bring it out. I don't have any ego about who writes the songs. I don't have any ego about going, hey, that song sounded like Gary Moore. Guess what? It does. Because guess what? I'm a huge fan of Gary Moore. You know, it goes back to what I was saying at the beginning. I'm a fan first, and you hear it on the records. You know, I'm an interpreter. That's my job. I'm an interpreter. I'm not an innovator. I'm an interpreter, and that's you have to accept that at 35 years old, I'm accepting of the kind of musician I am. I'm an interpreter. And more so than a guy who puts, quill to parchment and comes up with these totally original sounding things off the top of his head. Just is what it is.
Fair enough. I have to talk about Black Country Communion for a bit.
I've already talked about that too much.
Too much?
Too much. It's like enough. I've already talked about it 50 million times from here to Sunday. It's enough. Let me exit the band in peace and leave the band in peace. You know what I mean? Who cares? Why keep the conversation going?
Well, the only thing
it's a fair question. You're a journalist, but I'm saying I don't want to keep the conversation going. I just don't want to talk about it. Whatever has been said is said. I love Glenn. I love Jason. I love Derek. They're all still my friends. Nobody hates each other. It's fine. But it is what it is. Let me exit the band in peace.
Okay, I respect
Fair
that.
enough.